Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, and I did look at the Kroger ad for this week, starting tomorrow, and it is a digital event. So, this is one where you're going to have to do your research to find out what digitals on those products that you want to go for on your shopping trip. This is one of those weeks that when they do this like 2, 3 weeks in a row, I get really agitated. But with that being said, it will allow you to maybe do the stock ups for your pantries the first week. Stock up, your dog food the second week. Stock up whatever the personal care or maybe um, cleaning products you need for the next week. So there is some of the good things and some of the bad things about having a digital Kroger event. I think that they should be very, very careful with their elderly and really monitor and allow them to use those savings even though they don't have the digital account. I don't know. It irritates me on that one. So anyway, here are some of my eggs. I need to package them up. I have some beautiful eggs. I still have some out. I need to go gather yesterday's eggs, for um, packaging tomorrow. So I'm going to package these up today, get them ready to rock and roll. These have not been washed since we've been laying in. Whoops, can't get the shadow out of there. Since we've been laying in the little house, my eggs are much cleaner. So this is why Solomon and I have to clean the other coop out so that way we can get eggs a little cleaner out of the older girls and maybe even get the younger girls to go in there. I don't know where they're laying their eggs, but I'm going to have my husband go through the weeds and go on the other side of the goat barn and see if they're getting into that hole somewhere and laying. I don't know. We've got to figure it out. By fall, they are going to the barn, and then that's when the goats will move into the duck barn as their barn. It's already divided up for goats. It was set up for goats when I got the two goats that were wild that I sent back and lost my money on. Hello. Anyway, so we've got some changes going on out there. He's getting them a house set up for just temporary out of the big water tank that I found on the side of the road that said free on it. So that was like a godsend. That saved me $300, $400. We're going to put him where the ducks were, where Wang and Lotus used to live. God bless their souls. And that is the most sturdy area I can put him in. So I'm going to put him in there. My husband said, should I cut the weeds down? And I just looked at him. I said, no, you should leave the weeds there. And he went, oh, that's right, they're going to eat them. I was like, well, maybe. So anyway, that was just kind of a funny moment of him preparing the goat area. We just have to make that gate really, really secure. And then we've already discussed how to cut that door out for them for the winter. Okay, Solomon. I'm getting ready to go up and work with him a little bit. I'll film a little bit, and it's going to be horrible. You know it will. But that's just how it goes. I've got some special treats for the chickens today. I have some baby spinach. It's just looking a little bad. I've got some little tomatoes, some extra bread that we had left over. I have eggshells from the last of the store-bought eggs that I got on sale. I have one of those peeled eggs. I'm going to crush that up for the little bannies and kind of pump them up a little bit since they are not under a heat lamp or, they're going to be pretty cold in there for a while. But we're going to do that. But I want to show you something else. Okay, so flies are just absolutely horrible. And I think I mentioned in my video that I had screwed up. I had screwed up out the back door because that's where I have my garden. Well, then it turned into the chickens decided to take it over. And then throughout the winter we were composting, and then all of a sudden they stopped in the heat, and I don't know what happened, but it's really bad out there, and we're getting ready to tear all of that up too. Just move the containers and maybe contain some of that composting soil for some big pots. I have some huge pots that would just really love that soil, and where I could plant a tomato plant and cage it or something like that. So anyway, I'm going to show you this. Okay, so maybe I'll show you this. Let me try. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but let's see. Anyway, this is the one that I bought 4 days ago. And they really don't like it. Maybe it's just not long enough. It's not catching. I don't know. But then this one I put up 2 days ago. Oh my God, you guys, it's horrible. Yeah, that's... So I left that one because it still has spots. And then this one I put up yesterday. Okay. I did put one in the bathroom just in case they were coming around the litter box. I'm pretty good about litter boxes, but what I'm going to tell you is it has reduced. But what helped the most was that right there. It's like the entrance, we've got it, but you can see, let me show you my composting area. That's where you can understand the smell. You see the two girls, Shaky and Chipmunk, are in that little container. Well, they've been composting. Well, that's where the little pool was. And I dumped it and I've turned it over a little bit. I need to turn this one over and save that soil. I have huge planter pots that I could use. I have some garbage cans, and I'm thinking, okay, just make some portable garden stuff for right now before we decide what we're going to do with this little area. I know that it is the chicken hangout area, and that's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. So, yeah, I really like fly strips. So I've got to get up there and work with little man. Okay, so this is where we're going to see some color on these eggs. Here is, maybe we can see it like this, I don't know. But this is a green speckled egg. And here is a green speckled egg. But now this one has like the excess shell. So she's working hard to make that great big egg. Here's a really interesting egg. And if someone says, well, I don't know if you can see it or not, that's just a Welsimer egg, I'm going to say, not a Welsimer. It is a Welsimer cross, but it is not a Welsimer. So there you go. Actually, it's 1/4 Welsimer. Okay. So before we get the baby out, let's go ahead and give our little bannies some boiled egg. Hello, little birds. Hello, little birds. Hello, little birds. Look here. What's that stuff? What is that? Oops. Oh my God, these little gates are horrible. Hello, little birds. Where are you at? Come on. Come on. Big chickens really do scare them. Mr. Solomon. Good morning, son. Are you mad at me? Huh? Are you mad at me? You slept in the house. You lounged on a couch. And now you have to work. Well, what do you think? Do you want what I gave them babies? Look here. Look at there. You want that? Want that? Look at there. Good boy. So with Solomon, he has gone with me every day since he has arrived. He arrived on Friday. Saturday we took a trip. Sunday we took a trip. Monday we took a trip. Now tomorrow I have to take Onyx, my autistic Great Dane, to the vet to get all of her shots updated, and then I will be making an appointment for Mr. Solomon. I'm going to get all of his information into their database and everything, and we're going to see what's going on. I think he's really cool, and he's just the most chill dog ever. So let's just kind of see what's going on here. We're just going to watch him today a little bit. I do want to do some kennel training with him. Oh, look, the little birds came out. Oh, you probably can't see them. That's horrible. And they need sun. So I'm going to have to do something to give them some sun. But I don't know what to do. Well, that's another dilemma for another day, I guess. Okay, so here we go. I put out the shells there, and I kind of took the other treats and put them around there. Of course, the bread is always the first to go. I made sure Crookshank got his bread, and the teenagers had a piece that they were running around with. I don't know. Oh, one of the old girls found it. They were just running with it. She is such a pretty bird. I swear, if there would be a show Brahma hen, Elizabeth, man, she is just perfectly built. Okay. Now, some of my girls are going through molt. The older girls, they don't look all that great, but I did make sure that they all had extra of everything. Okay, so we have Dottie and Chipmunk over here on this side. We have Darcy back in there. What was that? I'm hoping that was a rabbit because I definitely saw fur. No one seems to be alerted, but except for the blue jay. And I'll tell you what, the blue jays have really helped me. We have a lot of activity going on this morning, and it's good to have all of this activity up next to her. Tut, are you two fighting over a girl? Man, look at that Australorp. I really thought they looked creepy when they were babies. They look like skeletons. But man, she has really turned into a big bird. Hello, Miss Lois. How are you? Miss Lois has had a really hard life. Come on. Come here. I don't have anything. You'll have to go get it. She has had a hard life. She's lost all of her girls that came in with her. She's lost every one of them. And yeah, poor baby. She is a Moran, but man, she's been beat up bad. And then the foxes, one by one, took everybody that she came in with. Chipmunk, on the other hand, has been fighting with little Shaky. They look just alike, only Shaky's closer to the ground and doesn't have the fuzzy face. They've been fighting really hard lately, and they're both like going through molt. And I'm so terrified about Shaky. So I almost put her in solitary again, but I don't have anyone back there in the barn right now at all, 0 zip. So I also thought about just taking her at night before she gets into the barn and maybe putting her in this coop. I need to fill it with some more hay and straw. I really wish I had some more of the Timothy hay because that was awesome. They loved it for their nest boxes. So if you ever go through the pet supply part of your chicken or farm store, go by and get you some orchard grass and Timothy or whatever they're using for the small animals, and use that as your nesting material, and they absolutely love it. So I'm going to see if I can find some fairly cheap and try to find something to make my nest boxes even better. Solomon and I, I watched one video where I called him Samson. And then there was a video where I called him Toby. And then now I'm calling him Solo. I can't get his name in my head. Solomon. So I'm going to put a really big placard of some sort of his name on here. I'm going to craft it up, see if the husband will cut me a board, and really just put all of his information right here so that everybody knows what him is and what his name is. Right? Did you get it? He also had a raw egg this morning with his breakfast. I have a container that has a lot of dirty eggs, and yeah, every morning I just grab one out. He's such a pretty bird. He's such a pretty bird. Solomon. Solomon, look. Solomon, look. I'm not ready yet. Solomon. I'll tell you. Are you going to respond to that? No. That's Oliver. That's the other little rooster, the one that I wiped his ass for like 3 weeks in my bathroom. That's where he was for 3 weeks, in my bathroom in a brooder. And he acts like he's so aloof, but when he gets scared, he comes in behind me. It's hilarious. Hello, Oliver. How are you? Are you being mean this morning with the girls? They're just wanting to get to his food, which is actually a good thing because, you know, when I know that the chickens are going to go into his area, that's enough. Solomon, look at me. I think it's actually food that he's looking for. I don't think he's actually trying to dig out. Hey, Solomon. Okay, we got to get his attention now. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like I said, my husband's going to put boards all around the bottoms, and hopefully that will be helpful. Yep. Okay, keep eating your breakfast. But as you can see, when the birds were up here and they were flirt-flarting around, you know, he really didn't bother. Check this out. I've got my 3 teenagers. These are my girls. These are my youngest girls. I've got PJ. She just flew down. I've got BB. And then I have Olive. These are my 3 that are left. Yeah, 3 left. I also had 2 other hens, and one was the gray hen, super, super beautiful, which means that she was Friction and, one of my sapphire gems. So she would have been a great prolific layer and just smart and friendly, but she is gone. And then PJ has like that really cool lace kind of feather. Well, the other one was exaggerated. It was even darker and just beautiful. So I lost out on 2 really nice hens that I hatched. And since I got rid of Friction, you know, we're not going to have it anymore. So I got to hope that his sons can bring forth some of the stuff that I was looking for. But they can't breed together. I can't hatch from those. I've got to find someone to hatch with these guys because they all have the same dad. So I've got to find another rooster for these babies. And it won't be one of these little sparrow birds. They're just so little. They're just so little. They're just so little. Little birds. They're cute though. They don't seem like they're suffering or anything. They're just super scared, which I would be too. And no, I did not put the perimeter on there yet because I really want him to kind of patrol this area, and the other chickens, they're just going to have to get used to him. They'll just figure out that they can't get to him, maybe. Herding them in at night, I just take that little box and I just kind of round them really carefully. They're learning that when I come up at night and I grab that box, it's time to go up the little thing. And I'm very patient. I don't try to rush them because they're teeny. There's 3 of them that are super teeny. And I'm probably just over exaggerating, but I've never had bantams or banty chickens. It's just not been part of my flock. That little Spitfire right there. I'd like to know what her and her sister are laying, what color eggs. They have green legs, and I'm thinking they are olive eggers. Hi, PJ, you beautiful, beautiful girl. And she also has green legs, and that's my hatch. So, Spitfire I did not hatch, I bought her. Look, he's killing a chicken. All right, you guys. He's passed the test. He's killed a chicken. Now he's on the gnomes. All right, you guys. Hugs from a distance. Have a pleasant day.